Some people hurt you and then keep living like nothing happened. No apology, no ownership, no repair. If you're still waiting for one conversation to make the whole thing make sense, stay here. Today, we're going to release the fantasy that they're suddenly going to become who you needed them to be. Welcome to Flavas a Chill meditation. I'm Lynn, and today we're talking about waiting for the apology. For the next 10 minutes, let this be enough. There's nothing to solve, nothing to fix, nothing to force. Find a comfortable position and let your hands come to rest. Gently close your eyes or soften your focus. Imagine a string at the top of your head and allow the spine to lengthen. Soften the small muscles around the eyes. Smooth the forehead. Release the temples. Let the mouth soften. Feel that ease travel downward through the neck, across the shoulders, down the arms, through the chest, through the belly. Now breathe in slowly and fully. Feel the lungs fill and the chest widen. And breathe out with ease, as though the body is remembering it doesn't have to hold everything all at once. Again, inhale. And exhale, softening a little more. One more breath in and out, letting the body settle into itself. Now allow the breath to find its own rhythm. No effort, no performance, just breathing. Place your attention where the breath feels most alive, at the nose, the chest, or the belly, and stay there. When you notice the mind has drifted, meet that moment gently. Noticing is not a mistake. Noticing is waking up. So each time attention wanders, simply return. Back to the breath, back to this body, back to this moment. For the rest of this practice, let your message be, release the fantasy. There's a special kind of exhaustion that comes from waiting for the apology. Not just the words, I'm sorry, but the ownership, the recognition, the moment where the person finally says, yeah, I did that. Yes, it mattered. Yes, you were right to be hurt. Sometimes that moment never comes. Not because your pain wasn't real, not because you imagined it, not because you asked for too much, but because some people protect their image harder than they protect your heart. That is a brutal thing to accept, because part of you keeps thinking, if they would just say it, then I could relax. I could stop replaying it. I could stop explaining it to myself. But peace cannot depend on a person who has made a career out of not understanding you. So today, I want to separate two things: the apology you deserved and the apology you may never get. The first one is real. You deserve truth, you deserved accountability, and you deserve repair. The second one, the one that you keep waiting for, it might just be a fantasy. And it's not because you're foolish, because you're human, and you keep hoping that person will step into the role they should have played a long time ago. And that hope can become its own prison. So the practice is not to pretend you don't want the apology. The practice is to stop building your peace around its arrival. And you can tell the truth without their permission. You can believe your own memory. And you can honor the wound without waiting for the person who made it to explain why you're bleeding. And that's not bitterness. That is maturity. The apology would have helped. It just isn't the only door out. You get to stop waiting for someone else to become emotionally literate on your timeline. You get to stop treating their silence like a puzzle that you have to solve. You get to set the fantasy down. And if you need a sentence for that, let it be this: I can stop waiting for what they are not coming to give. That is grief, that's release, and that is freedom beginning to take shape. Now let your attention widen back into the room. Feel the surface beneath you. Notice the air on your skin and whatever sounds around you. Wiggle all your fingers and all your toes. Take one deeper breath in and a longer breath out. When you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me, and let your peace stop waiting on the wrong person today. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.